I went to art school when I was 20, but I did many other things in between. I spent 10 years doing yoga, serious study, partly here in India. Then I was in medicine and homeopathy and integrative medicine. And the past 20 years, I've run a nonprofit, a cancer support nonprofit in Washington, D.C., using art as a tool for healing. The Alchemical Vessel Project. So this was a collaborative with about 30 of the 40 artists who are here at the residency. So I gave everybody a pot, a beautiful pot that you see, and we talked about healing, and we talked about the theme of water and conserving water, and how whenever you have a healing ceremony or cleansing, we use water and the importance of water. And so a vessel is what we need for water, and a vessel is what we need for healing. We need to create a container. Anytime you have the transformative work of deep inner healing, you have to have a container that makes people feel safe. And so the vessel represents that container. So each of the 30 artists painted a vessel or created a vessel. Creation of these vessels took the past 2 weeks. The artists painted the vessels, and then we took them to be fired, which takes 3 days. So it's taken about 2 weeks to create this collaboration. 2 weeks, yes.
And I thought I'll also do the same way. But then I started going to the rural areas and then the slum areas. There I saw this craft in a very primitive state. And I said, oh, here I can do something. And that's how I started working with those craftsmen. Then I realized why the slum areas started talking with them. They said they have come from the villages and they are the farmers. I said, why don't you go back? They said, how will you go back? We don't have work over there. I said, I'm ready to give you the work. And that's how they shifted again their own place. And then that's how now we have adopted 3 villages and I'm working with the village people. And this craft has taken its own niche market. So I thought it's the same type of a product. We want to save the water. We want to save the land. We want to save the environment. And if in this scenario I'm taking care, recycling, this is a very, very good opportunity for me through Kala Chapal to let people know that this is also a craft on which we can work.
Because I'm from Kolkata and we have a large Marwari community from Rajasthan in Kolkata, I wanted to do something that, find a story that is native to Rajasthan, but also that relates to where I come from in some way. So this Marwari community has migrated from Rajasthan to Calcutta and set up businesses and so on over many years. And it's a migration that has taken place over almost 300 years. So I started looking at that and how so they migrated from a district called Shekhawati, which used to be part of the Jaipur state earlier, and Nagaur. So I am mainly looking at the migration that took place from Shekhawati, and they left Shekhawati, of course, in search of opportunities, but also because there was a great dearth of water. And so that is primarily what made them move in search of other opportunities. And they went all the way across the country to Bengal, which is very fertile and a lot of water. There's, we have a surplus of water there. And they got involved in the jute industry and tea and so on to start with, which are very water intensive industries. So what I'm trying to show here is 2 landscapes. On the one hand, the desert landscape of Shekhawati in particular. So I have, the very dry groundwater here with wells and somehow trying to extract the groundwater. I have the desert vegetation and the desert itself with the camels moving across the desert and the desert camps. And up there I've got the beautiful painted Havelis of Shekhawati, which is what Shekhawati district is famous for. And many of these Marwari families actually came back from Calcutta to their villages and built these beautiful Havelis and commissioned artists to paint them. And so that is what is unique about Shekhawati. And so from there I have actually along the railway line, I have one station at this end in the desert, and along the railway line I have the railway track and the train going all the way across to Howrah station in Calcutta over there. And so that part is the landscape in the cityscape of Kolkata and Bengal, with the river, the Hooghly there, the ponds of Bengal which are filled with water and lotus flowers and so on. And then the station, jute factories, and the more sort of industrialized, polluted cityscape of the city itself, and the industrialization that the Marwaris actually became an integral part of in the city of Calcutta.
I'm from Washington, D.C. in USA. When I first came to see this building, I was surprised and amazed. I mean, it's beautiful architecture, the symmetry of the spaces, the variety of the spaces, the light, and the concept that this had been closed and we could use it as a new space was really extraordinary. I mean, we're really lucky to have this beautiful gallery. Very lucky.
I'm from India. I'm from West Bengal. I started my course in '93. My specialization has been printmaking. I have been using block prints in my painting, in my printed works for a very long time now. So, like in this work also, you can see the paper that I have used is actually paper pulp made of cotton, and I have used acrylic colors to print on this paper, and the form is like water. So the title of this piece is River Chronicles. So it shows the flow of freshwater river. So it's wonderful, and it's so kind of Pramila and Linika to give us this space, to give us this, pure area where you don't have to think of anything else other than your work, and you just give in your best.
My name is Jennifer Macklem. I'm from Canada. Wonderful. It's very social. It's very interesting. There's people from all over the world. We are meeting artisans from the area. We're trading techniques and learning to appreciate art from different cultures. It's kind of a little microcosm of the planet, actually.
My name is Aušra Klizaitė. I'm from Lithuania, from Europe. Here I represent drawings. Very nice, interesting. It's very good crowd of artists here. And what I must say that I'm really thankful and grateful to organizers who invited us.
My name is Sandra Hansen. I'm from Michigan in the United States. I think I was born an artist. I have to work with people who regularly worked with paper to make the dolphins, and then they had to be brushed and changed. They made them in a way that I hadn't thought of, that I didn't know how to make, because my molds are all rectangles, squares, things like that. And so I learned how to make a shape, which I knew ways, but I learned a new way.
Hi, my name is Sax Afridi. I'm a Pakistani-born, New York City-based multidisciplinary artist, and I'm very thankful and grateful to be a part of the Jaipur Kalachopo Festival. I think it's a great opportunity for two different mediums, two different styles of artists to be working together. A lot of what I do is done primarily on the computer, but I work a lot with traditional artists and artisans in many different countries. I work with artists in Pakistan, I work with artists in the Middle East, and now I get to be working with artists and artisans in India. For this piece, Liquid Gold, it is a hand-woven rug that is a traditional rug in the tones of blues and browns, sort of connotating water and earth, and through it runs a golden droplet making its way down. Liquid gold is essentially the what I deem to be valuable as water is, and it's fairly simple, likening water to gold. The work itself the process of it is I start working on the computer, I illustrate and design it on the computer, and then I transfer it into a language that the weavers can understand, and collaborating with Jet Weaver Company here, that process has been quite seamless. And so as we put this together, the weavers start working on it, and it takes months to complete. So I don't think it'll be ready in time for the festival opening. However, perhaps we can have a work in progress showing in the middle. But I'm very excited to see how it comes out. And I just wanted to thank everybody for putting this together and for inviting me to be a part of it. Unfortunately, I can't be there. I'm of Pakistani descent, so the visa process takes very long, and just because of that, it makes it a little problematic for me to be there. But we have the internet, and we have cameras, and so I'm virtually there. Thank you again, and I hope you enjoy the work in the festival.